Picture this. One of the NFL's most storied franchises, the Pittsburgh Steelers, standing on the quarterback carousel once again as the San Francisco 49ers seal the fate of their own miracle man, Brock Purdy, with a monumental 5-year, $265 million contract. But in the frenzy that ensued, when top analysts and fan bases across the league speculated about power shifts and failed bidding wars, the Steelers' silence was deafening. Today we're unraveling the debate catching fire across sports media. Why didn't the Steelers even try to make a play for Purdy before the 49ers locked him down? Was it penny pinching, a missed opportunity, or just smart business? Let's dive into the heart of this controversy with insight, emotion, and a few hard truths from Pittsburgh's post-Ben Roethlisberger quarterback saga. Let's start with the man himself, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant in the 2022 NFL Draft, chosen number 262, just inked one of the most lucrative quarterback contracts in NFL history. In a matter of months, Purdy morphed from a camp body afterthought to playoff hero for the 49ers, ultimately proving he could lead a Super Bowl-caliber roster. San Francisco didn't hesitate to reward him, securing Purdy with a 5-year, $265 million extension. Not only did the deal hush whispers of long, drawn-out negotiations, but it also, at least temporarily, settled one of the league's most fascinating quarterback conversations. Purdy, once an overlooked rookie, is now among the NFL's highest earners at the game's most valuable position. In the wake of Purdy's big payday, plenty of speculations swirled off the field. On ESPN's unsportsmanlike radio show, hosts Michelle Smallman and Evan Cohen expressed bafflement at how quiet the rest of the league was, especially the Steelers. "I'm surprised that no other teams picked up the phone to call the 49ers on Brock Purdy," Smallman said, reacting to reported rumors of a $65 million per year asking price, especially knowing he was asking for a number so high. Cohen, never shy about a bold take, added to the critique. "Pittsburgh didn't pick up the phone. They didn't go for Matthew Stafford when there was a moment. They weren't in for Geno Smith, not on Sam Darnold, not on Purdy." His conclusion? They just don't want to pay quarterbacks. They don't believe quarterbacks is the position you should pay. This astonished reaction was echoed and debated on social media, drawing in Steeler Nation and sparking a league-wide conversation. As the narrative grew, reality checks soon followed. Let's set the record straight. While the $65 million annual figure for Purdy may have circulated among some talking heads, actual reporting never suggested the 49ers or Purdy's camp took it seriously. Most insiders saw it as sports radio hyperbole, fuel for hot takes, but not an honest negotiation point. Still, the question lingers. Should the Steelers, or any team desperate for quarterback stability, have tried to pull off a trade for Purdy, regardless of contract risk? For reference, Pittsburgh's current quarterback landscape is far from elite. Since Roethlisberger's retirement, the team has spun the roulette wheel, trying everything from veteran stopgaps to unproven draftees. There's no denying the allure of a ready-made winner like Purdy, except for the hefty price tag both in draft capital and salary cap space. If you listen to Smallman and Cohen, it's not just Purdy the Steelers passed on. They seem to have ignored every conceivable big-name option at quarterback lately. Stafford? The Rams reportedly wanted too much in trade value, and other suitors waived bigger contracts. Geno Smith? Never a long-term solution. Sam Darnold? Word actually leaked that Pittsburgh kicked the tires, but decided against a risky commitment. In truth, the Steelers had practical reasons for passing on these pricey veterans. Sources say the franchise wasn't willing to cough up prime draft picks for Stafford, especially with younger, more affordable options potentially available in each draft. As for Darnold, the analytics crowd and Pittsburgh's own scouting department didn't see enough long-term upside to warrant a major pursuit. What about Purdy himself? A deeper cut. The Steelers could have drafted him in 2022. They opted for Kenny Pickett in the first round and double-dipped with Chris Oladokun, South Dakota State in the 7th, 21 picks before Purdy was selected by San Francisco. If there's regret to be had, perhaps it's this draft day oversight. Cohen's claim that the Steelers simply don't want to pay quarterbacks has some surface truth. Pittsburgh has avoided massive contracts for short-term solutions. But is this frugality or just a strategic rebuild? Some insiders say Pittsburgh's front office is hedging its bets, waiting for a true franchise passer to emerge, rather than overpaying for an aging veteran or a one-hit wonder. The Steelers are also infamous for patience. With their eye on the Aaron Rodgers situation, Pittsburgh may be content to tread water and pounce only when the right quarterback becomes realistically available. As for Purdy, despite his rapid ascent, many executives still see Kyle Shanahan's 49ers scheme as a big factor in his success. Paying him record-setting money just to find out if he translates outside that system is a risk most GMs, including Pittsburgh's, would balk at. Let's be honest, some of this uproar exists because sports radio thrives on wild scenarios. Evan, Cohen has built a reputation for stirring the pot, sometimes with left-field scenarios like Kirk Cousins will sign in Pittsburgh the Monday after the draft, or trade TJ Watt. These takes make for great debate, but don't always align with front office realities. The Steelers know one thing: franchise quarterbacks aren't built overnight, and knee-jerk decisions rarely produce long-term winners. Sometimes, not making a splash is the wise move. Other times, it leaves a fan base clamoring for boldness and answers. Has Pittsburgh fumbled a golden opportunity? It's your turn to weigh. In so, did the Steelers miss out by not pursuing Brock Purdy more aggressively? Are they right to hold firm and wait for the perfect opportunity? Or should they have swung for the fences and risked chaos for a shot at the next franchise face? Every decision has its cost, and the ripples from Pittsburgh's approach will be felt for seasons to come. Now, the floor is yours. Smash that like button if this breakdown got you thinking, and join the debate in the comments. Would you have traded for Brock Purdy, or do you trust Pittsburgh's patience at quarterback? Thanks for staying with us. To the final whistle. I'm Fabiano, and I'll be back soon with more in-depth takes and the stories behind the headlines. Until then, keep the conversation going.